Buenos dias, clase, or buenas tardes. I don't know what time you're seeing this video, but today I want to talk about irregular nouns. Holy shamoles, as if it wasn't bad enough that we've dealt with irregular verbs. Irregular nouns, there's several different groupings of them. In fact, this is a really quick lesson because it's actually just kind of an add-on to other chapters because it's just a quick, simple thing to cover. Let me just shift over to my board and we'll talk about irregular nouns. Okay, classes, so irregular nouns. First of all, let's just talk about some that aren't considered irregular even though they look irregular. Let's begin with, so notice this one ends in A. So if we followed our normal rules, technically this should be a feminine, but it's not. But it's also not considered irregular. The reason being is that the article stays consistent. El día, los días. The nouns we're about to talk about are either masculine or feminine, depending on whether or not they're singular or plural. Seriously. Oh my gosh, how hard is that? It all has to do with pronunciation. So if a word, so let's take a word like wing, like a chicken wing, you know, las alitas de pollo. Okay, so that's an ala. So notice it starts with an A. Because it would be la ala, that's kind of difficult. So Spanish makes it el ala in the singular form, but then las alas in the plural form because you have the S there to break up the two A's. Let me move over to some slides. Hopefully that'll make it a little bit more clear. Okay, irregular nouns in Spanish. You can actually find this PowerPoint on my website. If you just want to see the PowerPoint, it's under resources by topic. So I believe it can be found under that tab. So if you just want to go through the PowerPoint for review, you can go ahead and just go to that tab under class resources. All right, so here we go. Irregular nouns in Spanish. So to begin, this is very confusing, but it's pretty much what I just told you. If a feminine noun that begins with an A stressed or a silent H, because remember we don't pronounce the H and then it has an A after it, all right? It's going to take the masculine. So pretty much it's just what I told you, all right? Or it's going to be un. All right, so let's take a look. This is one of the top mistakes that my native speakers and just any Spanish student makes. The singular for water is el agua. But then if you go plural, like you're talking about different waters that you see around, you know, the world or various glasses of water, right? Then it's las aguas because the S is breaking up the two A's next to each other. Okay, look at the eagles. It's el or un, again, breaking up. It's a hard A that starts with. Very hard to pronounce. Same with area, right? Notice your masculine here on the singular form, but then plural, as you go over here, again, the S is breaking up the A's, making it much easier to pronounce. Hambre, hunger, is the only one that's not going to change when it goes, because there is no plural for hungers, all right? The reason that's here is because it's hambre. Remember, we don't pronounce the H at the beginning of the word, so therefore, to make the pronunciation easier, that's what you've got. So, el agua limpia es buena para la salud. Las aguas, so turbulent water of the ocean, pueden ser peligrosas, can be dangerous. So there's an example so you can see how it works. So again, just know it's for pronunciation purposes that we have these changes. And that's what makes these irregular. Because like I said before, masculine over here in the singular form, but then plural returns to its feminine form in the plural. So I hope you're not confused. It really is about pronunciation. All right. Then you have some words in the Spanish language that end in A, but are actually masculine. And I already showed you the example of el día. All right. These are nouns that we have taken from the Greek, and therefore they take the definite article el or un. So these are unusual. Again, they end in the A, but they're masculine. These, however, remain masculine even when they go plural. All right, so el clima, el día, los días. All right, so these remain masculine. It doesn't matter singular or plural. So this is the second family. There's one more family to take a look at, and those are the ones where we're dealing with abbreviations, right? Like la fotografía, right, is cut down to la foto, but the original word is fotografía. It ends in A, all right? La mano, the hand, is irregular, right? And that it ends in O, but then it has the la. And then the noun radio can be either la radio or el radio. I'd be careful with this one though, because based on region, one can mean a compass or one can actually mean the radio you're listening to. So kind of interesting, you have some variation even within this word, all right? Not a very difficult concept. Couple things just to review and learn, and that's why it's so hard sometimes to figure out, is it masculine or feminine? So are there some helps? So this is your normal stuff. If the noun ends in A, it's typically feminine, so you have la or las. If the noun ends in O, it's typically masculine, so therefore it's el or las. But here are some things to commit to memory. If the noun ends in the following ways, it's always, always, always feminine. All right, so like la ciudad, the city, la canción, the song, la diversión, okay, the diversion. So notice these always have an accent on the O, all right, unless they go plural, like canciones, then you would drop the accent. But notice, they are always feminine. So a good thing to commit to memory. All right, and lastly, if you need any more help with your Spanish, remember that my website is there to help you out. I hope you have a good day. Nice, short, simple, easy lesson. And adios, clase.